What is up, everybody? It is the Zip Zap Zop, and today we are doing another build contest. The theme of this one is going to be bridges, and with me right now is Daxmaster93 again.
Hey guys, what's up?
And so competing today, we have a lot of the same folks as last time: Finger, Nick, Evaneal, Awesome Dude, and Defensive Bias. We also have a new guy. We have XHunter33. He's a guy on the server. He's one of the ops, and he's a pretty good builder, so it'll be interesting to see what he does with it. And, yeah, I'll be excited to see. The theme is bridges, and so we've modified the plots accordingly, obviously. Now we have this kind of river in the center with these other two sides, and the goal is just to make a good-looking bridge. And I will be interested to see how it goes.
So we'll come back with you at the halfway point. So until then, enjoy the time lapse.
All right, so now we're at the halfway point, and everybody is still building, and we're just gonna kind of take a quick observation at what we see happening so far. So right here, X Hunter's Bridge is obviously a modern styled structure. It's starting to take shape here. I think that's pretty cool.
I think it's kind of weird that Defensive Bias actually had made the entire thing out of quartz, as you saw in the time lapse, and now he's redoing the entire thing with wood.
Yeah, he
So
is. I do find that a little strange also. I mean, I wonder. Well, we'll have to see if he's going to add support structures or not, given there's about 25 minutes remaining. Evan Neal appears to be doing a more Roman-styled build.
looks like he's putting the ends of his bridges on, and he's got the main structure on. So he's just making the on and off points.
All right, yeah. Over here, awesome dude. Looks like his is still a work in progress, but he has an arch kind of structure underneath it with log supports.
Compared to all the other ones, it's probably the most simple of them all.
Yeah, it is pretty simple. And then right here, Finger is making an interesting design. Is it supposed to be destroyed? I actually can't tell.
It's really bumpy.
It is very bumpy regardless, so I'm interested to see where this goes. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what I think.
I'm going to have to go and say not OSHA approved on this one.
All right. And then over here, Nick is lagging behind all the other competitors, but he has an interesting design going here.
Yeah, well, he actually went AFK partial of the way through it, and he was going to quit, but then he decided to come back in, and he scrapped his entire original design.
Well, good for you, Nick. Quitting's bad. All right. So we're probably going to go back to the speed time lapse, and we will be back for the judging in about 25 minutes.
See you then.
All right. Okay, so the contest is now over. The time of 45 minutes has elapsed. And let's begin looking at everybody's builds. So,
Over here we have Nick Hewitt's, and after destroying his entire build and being AFK for a while, he was managed to get a fairly decent bridge. It looks like he only completed one side of the endpoints though, but he did put in a toll booth, which I like.
actually added 2 toll booths. So, I do like this bridge. I think it's, I like the lane design and the use of stained clay and such. Although the support structures do leave a bit to be desired in my mind. Of like, I would have liked to have seen a connector across the top, perhaps, or just something, maybe a bit more three-dimensionality. Also, it doesn't ever go down in the water. There's no support structures down there either, so I don't know. For this one, I'm going to say 6 out of 10. It's obvious that he had a good idea, but the execution could have been better. So
All
moving
right.
along.
Yep. Next over here we have ErectFinger, which I believe he was going for either a rundown or a broken bridge. Still not entirely sure, but that's the basis of what I can gather. It's not solid in any spot, and he looks like he used a mixture of quartz, snow, and iron blocks to do it. And he used mushrooms at the end, which is kind of strange. But for the overall structure of the bridge, it's nice, but I'm kind of curious about why I decided to make it destroyed because I'll be honest, I think I might have liked it better if it wasn't.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the structure of the bridge is kind of weird. Um, if he was trying to make it destroyed, I think that he would have been better served having like a big damaged point somewhere in the center or off to the side where it actually dipped into the water because these railings are completely perfect, intact. But then inside the bridge here, everything's kind of messed up and such. He has vines and such hanging off, so it's obvious it's meant to be abandoned or otherwise like that. And so, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the hay bales either, I'll be honest. That's not my favorite. I'll go ahead and give this a 7.75, but I think that overall it's interesting. I just would have preferred to have seen it not destroyed. Alright, moving along.
Okay, so over here on the blue plot, we have Awesome Dude 20, and originally his bridge was probably one of the most plain ones that we had, but he had added a lot of extra details once he was done with the main structure, and I gotta say, it makes it look a lot better. The extra support on the ends, and he added a couple more things to the bottom of it for support. I gotta say, I would have loved to see maybe an overhang or something with the wooden guards that he has, or the wooden posts along the side. But you know,
Yeah, I think so too. I would have preferred to have seen something over the top of the bridge, like a cover of some sort, because all those support structures really would, I think, it would look good in this context to have like a wool covering or something to that effect over the bridge with some texture. I think that would have made it a lot more interesting. Although I do like the design under here. I like how he used buttons on the logs and such, and made it interesting to look at. Although I'm not entirely sure I like the actual ramp up. Like, at least the left and right rows here of stone bricks seem a little inconsistent and kind of generally strange. But I do like how these other sides look. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 7.5 because I think that it's a good solid design. He knew what he was doing. I just would have preferred to have seen some minor detail changes and a few structural alterations.
right, moving along, we have Evanil 2, who I've got to say I was anticipating it to be a little bit more of a Italian Roman style theme build with lots of detail along the bridge. I'm not sure if he ran out of time doing it, but it kind of seemed that's what he was going for. If you look along the underside of the bridge, he put a lot of kind of intricate, well, not really intricate, but a lot of design work under there. So I think that's what he was going for, and I gotta say, I wish he did a little bit more of it because a lot of it is plain and it does have a big blocky shape to it. But he did add a rail to the top that kind of helps that out.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true, that it's a very blocky shape, very 2D. I would have loved to have seen a lot more design. It's very simple, on a single axis kind of design, and I don't know. I like that he added details, but I feel like he could have expanded on them much more, made them much more interesting to look at, and just utilized that a lot better, and so there's a lot of untapped potential there. So, I don't know. For this bridge, I would probably give it a, I'll go ahead and give this a 7.75. He needs to add more detail, make it more interesting than just this kind of big slab with an arch.
All right, and our second to last guy is over here, defense bias, and it's a very simple bridge, I'll be honest. It works, and it's kind of in the wooden theme. He asked kind of near the end if he needed to add any scenery to the end, so he would went ahead and did that. But it's not as intricate or kind of advanced as the other bridges. It's really simple, kind of early Minecraft style build.
Yeah, I think that the design he used has a certain charisma to it. I don't know though. It's just so basic. Um, One thing that sticks out to me though are these pillars down here. I don't like how they're just giant blocks. I would have preferred to have seen something different there. Maybe just have the corners shaved off so it's a bit more three-dimensional. Just something like that. I find it interesting that he added like a whole forest over here, but maybe that says something about the amount of effort and time it actually took to make that bridge. And I would encourage you to be more ambitious and less in these things. So, I don't know. It's solid, although I would have liked to have seen just something more robust, I suppose. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a 6.5 out of 10.
All right, and our last competitor is X Hunter, and I've got to say this one looks amazing. It's modern style suspension bridge, but I got to say what really gets me on this is the fact that he has a semi over here, and he took the time to build some cars along the road. Along with the underside of it, he has it supported in the water, very standard supports, and he also added a design along the side of it. But like I said, I've gotta love the cars that he put on here.
Yeah, this one's definitely my favorite, but I just love the whole design of it. I think that it looks great, and yeah, the addition of cars is definitely a great selling point. Um, I do like the support structures, and I love the designs on the side. Although one thing I would, just a small critique, underneath the bridge, it's straight to the roadway. There's no supportive kind of support structures for the actual roadways beyond the big towers for the bridge itself. So these are just kind of hanging there. I would have liked to have seen maybe something going across every here or there, every couple of blocks, just to make it look a bit more reinforced and structurally sound. But that's a minor nitpick, and overall, this is easily my favorite. He's done a great job, made it look realistic, aesthetically appealing, and he's also done a good job using a variety of materials rather than sticking to just a couple. So, I'm definitely a fan of this one. I'm going to have to rate this one a 9 out of 10 just for that minor flaw I told you, because otherwise I think that it passes every test. First goes to XHunter33, second goes to Evaneal2, and third goes to Finger. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll be back sometime. Sometime.